If all investors indexed, could stock pickers make out like bandits? I'm Jack Otter, editor of BARRON'S.com. I'm here with Brendan Conway, who writes our Focus on Funds blog. So, Brendan, there's a lot of buzz going on right now. I heard this at the Morningstar Investment Conference. You've been writing about this, that as more and more people index their stock portfolios, they don't try to pick stocks, they just invest in a passive index. Does this create a situation where the market, we become less and less efficient, and a stock picker could actually do great by choosing the good companies and avoiding or shorting the bad companies?
So, Jack, I guess the first thing I would say is that in theory, you could see how maybe that is possible. Again, let me stress, in theory, if 95% of everyone were out there indexing, it means that they're buying the same things and selling the same things. The whole market would move in tandem. But, that's not the way that the real world works, Jack. In fact, if you look at the numbers, as a Vanguard Group study did recently, it's only something like 13% of total stock market value out there is indexed. You hear so much about indexing, but in fact, it's still very small relative to the rest of the market.
Given how much we're hearing about it, why the disconnect?
Well, Jack, I might argue that it has something to do with certain people having their lunch eaten by indexing. Active fund managers, they're very worried about this subject. They see money flooding into companies like Vanguard and to others providing passive funds. They are kind of, maybe if I'm going to put some words in their mouth, eager to see the day when indexing gets too big for its britches. But that's a long way off.
Now, all of this, 85% of money in active strategies, is that mostly individual investors? Is that with that much money, it must be a lot of institutions and pensions are still in actively managed accounts.
That's right. That's counting everything out there that's essentially not in a fund, not an index fund. So that's the stocks people hold in their 401ks all the way to these big institutions you're referencing.
And of course, individuals are stock pickers themselves, as we sometimes encourage them to do at Barron's, and sometimes they do well that way. The funny thing is, I actually asked this question to Jack Bogle, and he said, yeah, if everyone indexed, I'd be a stock picker myself. It'd be a great time to be a stock picker, but we're a long way from that point.
Indeed.
So stick with indexing for now.
That's what I would argue.
Thanks very much, Brendan.